what can I do? You just take it. I mean, and you try to do as best as you can with what they give you. And I said this yesterday as well, is that there was 2 scenes in episode 12 that got cut of me talking, they're on the DVD box set, I think, and me talking to Morgana saying, I don't know if we should create a big fireball and throw it at them. I'm a little bit dubious about this. She was like, no. And that bit got cut, and then it's just me and her going, yeah, let's do this. So I mean, taking that scene away then makes me seem like I'm a real evil. But it's only like 4 lines, but that in 4 lines of me going, I don't know if this is a good idea. And then the audience would have gone, he's still got a little bit of good in him. But no. So yeah. Next question. Yes?
Was it hard to live up to expectations after ASAP?
Yes. High five? Let's mix it up. Saturday, everyone was sat down. Sunday, can people get high fives? I'm not here tomorrow, but tomorrow would have been crazy. So yeah, no, it was a little bit. Because he's so well loved, and he was always well loved. And yeah, I remember like the news came out that I was the guy that was replacing him, and it wasn't supposed to come out. It got leaked. So that happened, and then my Twitter went a bit mad. I woke up, I had 420 followers, and then I woke up one morning and I had 2,000. I was like, ooh, that shouldn't have happened. I think someone knows. Yeah, most of it was because they hadn't seen anything. I barely filmed for 3 weeks, I think, or a month. I didn't even know what my Mordred was going to be, and I got like abuse and stuff like that. So that was a bit scary, because then I had to sort of continue filming, knowing that a lot of fans didn't appreciate or didn't like the casting decision. So there was a bit of pressure.
My friends and I like you better.
Don't tell Asa that. He has eyes everywhere. Every time I do one of these and I abuse him, I get a text. I'm not in touch with Asa. And yeah, no, I mean, he was well loved, you know, and he did such a good job. But unfortunately, they couldn't get him back. So you got me instead. Yay! You say that now. But if it was Asa here. So yeah, that's my answer. Next question. Yes, hello.
What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene. Okay, so so the scene that I gave yesterday, I'm not going to say that, just to mix it up a little bit. Can we get your high five?
Yeah.
Come on. Amazing. Woo! Right. My favorite scene. So what did I choose yesterday? I chose the one in... Did I choose it? The Dolma. Did I choose that one yesterday? That was okay. That was the blooper. Okay. I've got a couple basically. I've got quite a lot. One of my favourite scenes was was my first day. It was the scene where I had to sort of jump. They knocked the ice gorge away in episode 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And I'm on the side, and it's my first scene, and that was quite fun. I quite liked blasting Katie. That was fun. First time I got to use magic, that was wicked. When I got the script for that episode, I did a little dance. So I was so excited, because I was like, it took me 9 episodes to finally get the little eye thing. That one. Also, there was one, it was my first day in Pierrefonds in France, and it was the scene, it was in the Dissir, the episode 5, where the knights are taking the mick out of me. And they're sort of going, have you got this, have you got this, have you got this, and they're all on the horses and stuff. And that was the sort of my first scene with everyone in the castle watching as well, so that was a little bit daunting. It was like 400 people watching you do your scene. So yeah, and they're just memories. They're not really like the best lines or the best scenes, because the ones that you think, oh, that's going to be brilliant, usually is the one that you least enjoy, because your expectations of it are so high. So like the blasting magic one, It was a horrible day, rain, we were over schedule, we didn't have long to do the stunts. So yeah, that was a bit of a pain when you want that scene to be really good, because you're really good. But yeah, the castle stuff. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Next question. Yes. Hello.
Hi. I'd like to know, did you ever get to meet John Hurt?
No. get a high five.
That's such a shame.
It is a shame. Yeah. No. So John does all of his. They get this as soon as they get the scripts ready. John then does his recordings if the dragon's in the episode as soon as possible, and then what they usually do is they. It's usually Colin mostly talking to the dragon. I don't think anyone else does. So yes. Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so they if they have the recordings of John doing Kilgara, they will play it for Colin, so he has something to react to. And if they haven't done it in time, just by the schedule, Colin will just do his lines, and then John will do it afterwards. But yeah, no, never met him. No, but he follows me on Twitter. So. You win some, you lose some. No, you can't. No. Man's a legend. No more. Anyway, yeah. Next question. Hello.
If you could play another character for a day.
For a day? If I could play another character for the whole series, it would be Gaius. If I could play a character for one day. Who has just like one... So, wasn't in the series 4. I think he's called Gregory? Who's the guy that replaces Merlin?
Yeah.
George was awesome. George was sassy. George had sass. He was great. So yeah, I can't remember what the actor was called, but I can remember watching series 4 and loving that episode, the fact that Merlin got replaced. And he was so much better than Merlin as well. Yeah, I'm not liking it because of that, but I mean that's a really cool part. That's a guest part that you dream of, because you usually you're either a druid or you're a king or you're a prince and you've got a sword and you want to either kill Arthur or help Arthur, but just to be really sassy. I'm thinking about it now. It's very funny. Yeah, good question. Can we get your high five? Are you waiting? You're like, I've got to answer the question. Just give me, I didn't want to know the answer. Just give me the damn high five, Alex. Stop talking. There you go. Good job. Well done. Woo! Next question. Yes, you.
Have you ever been injured on set?
Yes. Mentally. 2 seconds. I'm just going to open a bottle of water. Hello. Yeah. Fighting Bradley, because he properly fights. You train and you fight and you do your swords and then the cameras roll and then suddenly he's like mental. Because when you fight swords you practice a lot, but everything's very slow. And you making sure you get in the right places, and then you're working out where the cameras are going to be. So sometimes you rehearse a sword fight and it's like 3 minutes long, and then when you see it on the episode it's like 30 seconds because they cut loads of bits out of it. So you do a lot of practice, and and you do it, and they call it doing it at half speed. So you're doing it 50%. So when the cameras are when they're setting up the cameras and they're watching you, you're doing it like, and then it's tip tap tip tap. Everything's very nice and gentle, and they're like, and action, and it's like red eyes. And everything goes like, and suddenly they're like, Mordred's a good fighter. I'm like, oh no, I am terrified. That's what went up to Bradley. I was like, are you always like this? Like, he's like, yeah, that's what. I was like, okay, cool. No one told me. So yeah, and I got whacked by the hilt of the sword, the end of the sword, on a downward parry thing, and completely just whacked my thumb, and my thumb just blew up like a big black balloon, and but I was like, and it was in Pierfon, it was outside, loads of people watching, and I was like, don't let anyone know. Play it off, it's fine. And then you go around the corner and go, Mummy! And then go, it's fine. Whew, back in the game, yeah! But yeah, that was one of the ones that was like the lasting sort of, bruised thumb. Stingy nettles in my boots. Because when you film in the forests, it's in Wales, and there's just loads of stingy nettles, and you just get them in your boot, and that hurts. It stings. It's in the name. Come get your high five. Awesome. Yeah, that was a stinger. Next question. Yes, gentleman in the sunglasses.
Which of the Knights of the Round Table is your favorite? King Arthur notwithstanding.
He was never going to be my favourite anyway. Who wants to be the king? No. The problem is like you either pick from the legend because they're cool, or you pick from they're your mates. And do you know what I mean? Like, but I think Lancelot's amazing, and Santiago was pretty good in the part as well. And they just kept bringing him back. He's alive again. He's dead again. He's alive again. He's coming out of the lake. He's got his top off. Woo. They know what you want. We'll bring Santiago back, yes, but only if he's half naked. Yes! That's a great idea. But yeah, no, Lancelot from the legends as well. Like, yeah, it's just got. I think he's like the second from Arthur that everyone sort of knows by name as well. I think, yeah, he's just cool. Do you want to get your high five? Sure. Sure. Come on. Sure. He's like, not bothered really, mate. Awesome. Yeah. Good job. Awesome. Right. Next question. Yes, you.
If things have turned out differently, Morgana and Mordred had won, do you think Mordred could have stayed with Morgana?
Good question. So this is what I was playing in episode 12 and 13, that I was a little bit brainwashed by her. When someone's mourning something, like when someone's mourning a death, they make irrational decisions. There's always this rule that said that, like, if someone close to you has passed away, that next 30 days, you should never just, because everyone thinks they have to do sort of like a life-affirming choice. Don't do it, basically. That's what people say. Like, just chill out, mourn, basically. And I always think that Mordred was mourning Cara and just went, I'm gonna go tell Morgana who Merlin is. And then from then on, she took a hold of him, sort of by his mind. But like, I'm not on like proper brainwashed, but like, she caught him at a time when he was grieving, so he was easily malleable. And I think that if they had one, Mordred wouldn't have hung around too long. Probably would have, I don't know, either stabbed her in the back again. He likes that. Yeah. I don't know. I can't imagine. I can't imagine they would get along too well because, and I think if Morgana had one, her sort of fight against good, if it was over and she won, then I think she would go even more mad because there's nothing to sort of strive for. Do you know? Every day she's not building ruiny castles and getting really weird slug things out of boxes and stuff. Do you know, like, she would be bored. Me and her would just be playing chess. So, another day being evil. Yep. Check. So that's what I imagine. And then Mordred gone, do you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm gonna go be good so that you've got something to fight for. So yeah, good question. Come get your high five. I think I'm going to set a precedent. Anyone else is doing lectures today, they should set this up as well. Awesome. No, thank you. Good job. Next question. Yes?
Have you seen Santiago?
Have I seen Santiago and the Musketeers? Yes, I have. The Musketeers is very good, isn't it? I'm friends with Luca as well. So yeah, they're all... Yeah, it's very good, isn't it? It is. Got nothing else to say. It's very pretty. Lots of swords. It's weird, it's because it's like... It's sort of taken over from the same slot as Merlin, but then they've also got Atlantis as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I just hear someone go, ooh. So yeah, no, it's very good. I mean, the BBC are very good at doing that sort of stuff. You know, ITV do the bonnets and the period dramas in the lush country houses and everyone's speaking like this. And the BBC get a sword or a city underwater. Before underwater. Get your question, come on. Yeah. People are like thinking, God, I need to get a question and get a question. I'll need that high five before he goes. Next question. Yes, you. Was already a fan of the series? Yeah, in parts. Like I watched series 1 when it came out, And then I sort of drifted away from it because I discovered Saturday nights. I became sociable, I was going out, and I missed it. Yeah, so yeah, and then I sort of didn't watch series 2. I caught the end of series 3. That was Tom Ellis, was it? And Amelia Fox, Kenrid? I don't know, I'm making stuff up now. And Morgaus, whatever that one, that battle. And then got the part. Yay for me! And then thought, need to figure out what's going on. Who's that guy? Who's he? How is he a knight? That sort of stuff. So yeah, I watched all of series 4. And then you do become a fan of things that you're in, because it's nice to be passionate about stuff. Can you imagine if I came here and I was like, yeah, next. And you're asking me questions like, I don't care. What's your favourite line? Who cares? It would be very entertaining. So you become passionate about it because canon, because I care about it. Do you want your high five? I suppose when I finish answering the question, people are like, awesome. Yeah, wow. Good job. Nice. Next question. Yes, you in the front.
Is there anything specific you learn from being on the show acting?
In terms of acting or skills? Acting. Yeah. Shut up. Yeah, I guess. TV acting is tricky and boring and long hours, and you do very little, and I guess it's about stamina. So the tendency that I had just when I started was to the big wide shot that they always film first is that you give your amazing performance on the massive wide where it's just mostly the back of your head, and what that you do learn is that they will always use your close-up for your either emotional stuff or your dialogue. So you do the wide shot the first thing in the day, and and then you're 4 hours later you're still doing the same scene, but finally gets to your close-up and you're tired and you haven't got the tears that you had on the wide. You've got nothing. You're like just flicking water in your face, trying to make yourself look sad. Because you ran out of energy, or you Are there any kids here? Yeah, there are kids. I was going to use an analogy. I'll do it. Let's be risky. I blew my load too soon. So what I learned from everyone really, and especially from like Carl, Brad, especially Richard Wilson as well, is just to preserve your energy. Stamina throughout the so when it gets to your close-up or the scene the shot that or you think that they're going to use, you've got it in the tank, so to speak. So yeah, that. Come get your high five. What was that? Because people have got cameras. That was now YouTube everywhere. The failed high five. Oh, that was so safe. No, it's okay. I'm embarrassing you. I'm really sorry. I'm embarrassed for myself. Why? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, God. Next question.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of the alternative person, and I was always kind of unhappy with Mordred and especially Morgana dealt with Mordred's death. And did you talk about it?
What do you mean dealt with my death? What do you mean, how I died or how...
In the legend, and in movies, Mordred dies, and Morgana is like, oh, after he's dead, I'm going to go back to him because who cares anyway? I tried to kill him and my soul is dead, but who cares? And so, because Mordred is Morgana.
Yes?
And so, did you...
Can you write this down? And come give it to me afterwards. It sounds like an essay. I'm with you. So in the legend, because obviously their mother and son, she when Mordred dies, what does Morgana do?
She kind of be like, oh, after he's dead, oh, I'm sorry, but never.
She's going to go back to Arthur because Mordred dies. Okay, so but
She doesn't care about Mordred.
she doesn't care about Mordred. Even oh, okay, right. But in our TV series, she did care about Mordred. That's what you're saying, which is true. What's the problem? That you're upset about this. You're happy because they did. She was upset. Mordred's your favorite character. If I talk with Katie about her post, what she was feeling when I died. Just rock up to her going, "You upset? Are you? Because you should be. I hope you cry." So no, okay. This is another story. One day we were filming doing the battle of Camlan, and one of the last shots of the day was that Katie had to do her grieving scene to the sword with the chip in it. That's by the tree. Originally, it wasn't supposed to be by that tree. Originally, it was supposed to be on the battle. So she can't find my body, but she can find the sword. So she grieves and she sort of cements it there. And just due to time, she didn't. So what I think she filmed a little bit, and then they decided to change the location. So the story is. Just saw ears in the corner. So the story is that she had another. She basically got to have another go at the same scene. She'd already filmed it once, and they got to redo it again, which is very rare in telly that you get to redo something in a different location. And which meant that I think that about a couple of weeks had passed, which meant that she could sort of, I guess, analyse the whole thing. I didn't really talk to her about what she was thinking about it. It did say in the script that, you know, tears, just big capital letters, tears, tears. So, yeah. I don't know if I really answered your question. No, I didn't talk to her, but I'm glad that she cried. Come get your high five for the most convoluted question ever. You still deserve it, don't worry about it. Ah, little tap. It's more like a gliding. Next question. Yes.
How did it feel to join the cast of Merlin after a few seasons when the rest of this cast was already together for so long?
Terrifying. But in a nice way, just because they're all mates. And they were mates. And when the day of the read-through I turned up, and my first day, and it was like a table like this, but it was like in a big square. It was Johnny and Julie in it, and producers and script people, and then I sat down and there was Richard Wilson and Colin Morgan. It's your first day, and you're like, a bit late, like, oh, yeah, excuse me. Oh my God. And they were all coming in, you know, like Owen and Tom and Roops and stuff, and at a Tommy one, they were coming in and they were hugging and talking and stuff because they'd been away for 4 months since series 4 had finished, and they were coming back, and it was like they hadn't, you know, like do you know when you finish school for the summer and then you come back to school and you haven't seen some of your friends and you're like, high fives, hugs, woo. That's what I was witnessing, sort of being like, oh God, these guys are really close. So then, like, yeah, the first couple of weeks I was sort of a bit, not scared, just a bit wary of the fact that they were very, very close, and they just had loads of in-jokes that I just had no idea what they were talking about. Well, I have no idea what Owen's talking about anyway. But yeah, so, and then I sort of like, I basically wore them down with my Welsh wit. And yeah, so yeah, it was just terrifying, and because I was the new character, I was the new kid, and we were filming stuff. They would take things that they would take for granted that I knew stuff. So like my first day on green screen, it was with Colin and Bradley, and they were just like, yeah, because obviously they know what they're doing, and I was just like, what's this? Oh, they're like, this is the gorge. No, that's a green cloth. Oh yeah, because you know, and then you know, and then Methuselah's going to come down here, and dragon. He's gonna come. I don't see the dragon. Oh no, it's the green stick with the ball on the head. Sorry to say, but that is not a dragon. So yeah, I basically got thrown in the deep end because they just knew how to deal with like technical stuff. I was just completely lost. But then I became a seasoned pro. I'm laughing because I didn't. What a lie. What a scheming lie. Would you like to have your high five?
Sure.
Sure. Come on, Martin. Right, last question. Oh God, we're all going, God damn it, I wish I'd asked earlier to get the high five. See, look what you're missing out on. You in the back with the star.
Are you happy with the ending of the show, or have
Explain what you mean by happy.
like, did you have an alternative ending?
What, in my head?
Which you'd like to see?
I said this yesterday, but it was like, when I read the script, I thought that last bit when the truck drives past and hobo Merlin going to Glastonbury to rock out while looking over Arthur's, I read it and I was like, that's amazing, because it was like, stay on Glastonbury tour. 5 seconds. A lorry drives by and I was like, when you're reading it, you're like, wow, okay, great, that's going to be that's brave, man. And then you saw it, and I sort of didn't feel anything like I thought I was going to, because I thought it was going to offer up hope to people, and I thought it didn't. Not that I don't think it was anyone's fault. I just think that it just jarred with me slightly. I guess seeing a lorry in Camelot, and also seeing Merlin wearing a beanie, a little bit like weird. Personally, when I read the script, I think we all did. We all really. I think none of us have. Every single one of us are happy with how it ended. I think things are rushed, time constrained, scenes get dropped, like I was saying earlier about character stuff. But it was always going to be that last episode was always going to be about them two, about Merlin and Arthur. So I was quite happy for that to be the ending. Yes. Well, yeah, I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed it. You get your high five. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to you. Jesus. Some people answer their questions and they get. I'm joking. You can come over after. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the question and answer session and the lecture. It wasn't a lecture. It was fun. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for coming out and supporting me in ELFIA. I've had the most bizarre day yesterday, and the same today, hopefully, before I fly back to London tonight. So yeah, rock on. Thank you.